folks, welcome to another episode of Project Zomboid. My name is Drunkonlife, but you can call me Drunk for short, and I'm your host. We finally made it to the outskirts of town, but man, oh man, it hasn't been easy. It's been 2 in-game days since you guys last saw Lisa and Graham. And Graham has since been lost. I assume that he's died now, but I don't know. We made it through the night in our car and woke up early to a pretty severe thunderstorm, which we kind of waited out in the morning. We woke up at 7 and we had to wait a few hours for it to get light again. It was just too dark and the car had no headlights, so considering the amount of car wrecks that were in front of me, I didn't want to risk making a ton of noise and getting stuck somewhere. So Lisa kept her journey going. She eventually met a new survivor named Evan, and we found us a nice 2-story building. It was like a bar in which I knocked down the stairs and learned something new in the process. Apparently, survivors can climb up and down sheet ropes, but will occasionally get caught. And if they stay too long upstairs, they may literally get stuck upstairs. Safe to say, Evan and Lisa's relationship lasted all of a day. He wouldn't come down off the sheet rope. So somewhere out there at a bar on the 2nd story is Evan, still waiting. I may be able to reunite with Evan by reloading survivors. That's done by pressing U, in case you're wondering. Thanks to Geronimo for that tip. It's a goodie. I think he gave it to me I think it was Geronimo. And if it wasn't Geronimo, I apologize. The remainder of the day was spent knocking down walls. It was my meager attempt at controlling my claustrophobia. It didn't work, by the way. Apparently, knocking down walls, making things bigger, you would think would make you less claustrophobic, but it didn't work. And Keela had mentioned that if I opened the windows, that would work, but it didn't. Nothing worked. I spent the night sleeping in a chair in the hallway. That's the way it went. Being deaf is pretty much hell, you guys, but being claustrophobic presents a whole new challenge to the game. So I would have stayed and built that place up as a base, but there were so many car wrecks in front of me and behind me, and I was afraid that I would get stuck when the helicopter comes. And being day 5, it's just around the corner at this point. So just around the corner, I've kind of resigned myself to that aspect of the game. I know it's coming, and there's not much you can do about it. It's just going to come. So day 6 started, and car wrecks were impassable. So I had to make a new route. I was chopping down trees and also metalworking a few cars, or dismantling a few cars, so I could continue my journey to the outskirts of town. I looted a bit for food, checked cars for keys and gas. I did find a Hummer that I tried to check out, but was almost overwhelmed in the process. I finally found my way to the apartment right before you leave for Muldrow, and that was the apartment I was kind of hoping to get to. Cleared it out, took a sledgehammer to the stairs, which brings us to where we are right now. So that was about 2.5 hours worth of gameplay, squashed into 3.5 minutes. What can I say? I originally had that video queued up with commentary, but after watching it, I just couldn't press the upload button. Just couldn't do it, you guys. The majority of the video was me driving and navigating the wrecks anyway. Talking the entire time, of course, and struggling with the claustrophobic trait, which has been quite the challenge for me because I can't sleep inside. It's very difficult. Or I have to, basically eat beta blockers to get through. But we're here now. And I gotta say, this is the first time in the series where I'm feeling good about things, which could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. It seems every time I start to get comfortable in Zomboid is when things start to unravel on me. I've found my safe house. Yeah, he's gonna come at me. That's fine. It's likely gonna be permanent. I like it because I have open access or immediate access to the highway to Muldrow in case I need to bug out. And I still have the resources available in Bedford. Best of both worlds. I will have my cake and eat it too. It feels good, man. It feels good. Go ahead and get rid of these guys. So today we are headed to the library. I want to pick up all the beginner books. I have a sneaking suspicion that the helicopter event is going to force me to shack up in my safe house. And it would be nice to have books and food and whatnot when that happens, if and when. Of course, the best case scenario would be for it to happen when I'm outside on the street. Oh, there's Graham. Hey, Graham. I guess he's MIA. Maybe he was trying to rush to my safe house or whatever. I haven't actually made it like formally my safe house yet. I haven't put in like the Super Survivor stuff that announces that it's my safe house. But Graham is dead on arrival anyway. He is a walking dead man. Not going to bother it. I sure would hate for him to eat my face while I'm asleep on the chair in my hallway because I can't sleep in a bed right now, apparently. The problem with being deaf is I'm not totally sure if the meta event is the helicopter when it does come, or if it's something else like a house alarm or gunfire or whatever else. I also won't be sure when it's gone, and that's, I think, the hardest part for me to kind of stomach. Usually a helicopter event will last roughly a day, so if I can figure it out as such, then I can simply wait it out wherever I am, whether I'm driving towards Muldrow, somewhere in between, like in the countryside, or whether I'm holed up in my safe house. I don't know. So I want all the beginner skill books. That's why I'm here. Metalworking in particular, because of the amount of car wrecks on the main drag. There's a gas station right down the road, but in order for me to drive there easily, I'm going to want to forge a path. I can get there right now, but it ain't easy. And there's always that chance I can get stuck. There is a Hummer down the street that I want to check out for keys. I wasn't able to get it because there were just simply too many zombies around. I have 3 propane torches, and I believe the houses right next to my safe house have grills in the backyard, which means more propane to refill those torches. I also intend to start working up my carpentry, but I won't get busy on it until after the helicopter. There are lots of houses nearby. I'm just going to continue to gather up here. There are a lot of houses nearby with beds, and like I said in my tips video, as well as what I discovered in the last series, our beds are the quickest way to level up carpentry. Now, wouldn't it suck if the helicopter event was happening right now? I can't help it. I keep getting this vision of me being inside a house, or even like here, looting, and a helicopter is just hovering up above with me totally clueless about it. That would completely suck if this series ended that way. I mean, who knows? It could be doing it right now, and I would not know. Christ, I'm getting a bit bugged out and just thinking about it. All right, so let's get out of here. I'm going to go real quickly over here. There are no zombies outside, it doesn't look like, so we're probably okay. Lots of containers, like it. If I find bleach and towels, I may grab it as there is zombie blood in my safe house. Go ahead and get my knife ready just in case there's some bleach right there. Good deal. Got to keep my safe house clean, y'all. There's towels. There's a couple towels right there. Yeah, we'll go ahead and grab one of those too. Cool. So now we can clean our safe house as well. Is there anything else? I'm kind of looking for scissors. Some scissors and a needle, and then I can start disassembling this stuff. All right. So objective number 1 is taken care of. I also want to pay a visit to that corner grocery. It's right next to my safe house. I was actually there, and I grabbed a few items, but I'm going to really stock up. I need lots of food in the event my safe house gets surrounded. The only thing more horrible than dying to a zombie bite is to starve to death in a safe space. That would really suck. Are these guys coming towards me? Maybe. Okay. 3 I can handle. Get you. Did you want to move too? Okay. There we go. Let's keep moving. Now I'm gonna try to sneak past these guys. I really don't want to. I mean, it's almost, because I'm deaf, it'd almost be good to have zombies around because they react to stuff. And so if they're reacting to something, then you can kind of have an idea about what's going on. It's weird. It's weird, I know, because, you would think of zombies as a liability in your immediate area. But really, honestly, he's coming for me. I'm just not going to worry about it. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. But really, you could use them as like an early alarm system. Wow. I can't believe that I even thought about that. That's right. That's right. As long as they're not out of hand, we're talking like 5, 10, 15 zombies in your immediate area. When an event happens, you would know about it just by watching how they react. That makes sense. That makes sense from a deaf perspective. It's better. All right, let's see if there's any food. I'm going to grab all the junk. Let's go ahead and put this in this big hiking bag. Keep it separate if I can. Oh yeah. And I almost forgot. I found another survivor. I didn't put it in the 3.5 minute montage, but I found her in this exact building when we first got here. She's currently at my safe house, and she's kind of bugged out. She won't climb down the friggin' sheet rope. Instead, every time I get there, she's just complaining about being hungry and thirsty and whatnot. Total liability. Part of me wants to just kind of murder her. Unless I can find a way to convince them to actually leave the house, come down the sheet rope. I don't know what I'm going to do. Murder might be an option. Oh, me. All right. We'll grab some of the fresh food as well. I'll probably come back down here again and stock up even more. I don't have a refrigerator or anything to put this stuff in. That's the problem right now. And I really, honestly, don't really even have a oven to cook just yet. It's downstairs. I guess I could always cook downstairs and then come upstairs. But then again, there's that problem of like, oh, look, there's coolers here too. We can actually grab some of these coolers, maybe. Grab all 3 and take them to our safe house as well. The apartment that I'm staying in is fairly small, but it's a big second story apartment. And I have not investigated the apartment next door to it yet, but I probably will end up doing that today too. And the reason why I haven't done it so far is because I was afraid that there might be an alarm. And if there's an alarm, it'll draw all the zombies right to my safe house. But I think it's a good chance to take because it's pretty large. And it means there's likely going to be a staircase in that second apartment building. I mean, literally, I'm just in like maybe a third of the building. There's 2/3 that I have not investigated yet. And if I can knock out the stairs, which ultimately would lead upstairs to the second apartment, that would be a good thing. I could actually just knock out the wall and have the other apartment as well. And maybe, just maybe, there might be a kitchen. Who knows? All right, we're going to drop all this stuff. I'm still weighted down. Lots of baby food. Doggone it. I'm going to just drop it in this bag. Here we go. Yeah, okay, I can live with that. Okay, so we're going to go next door. Hopefully there won't be an alarm, but I won't know. Once again, because I've killed all the zombies in this area. It's almost, like I'm serious, it's almost better to have a few zombies around you when you're deaf. I can't believe I didn't think about that in the first place. Knock this door down. All right. Anything in here? Kind of taking a chance, you guys. I'm just assuming if there is an alarm, I'll know about it pretty quickly. don't see any zombies. All right, let's walk around here. I didn't see a staircase there. Okay, here's another door right here. So open it up. There's my staircase. Okay. And this leads to nowhere. All right. I'm kind of curious what's upstairs then. Is it like an attic or something? Go ahead and knock this out. Knock this out, then go back up to my apartment and maybe knock out a wall and see what's going on. See how it be. I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, we'll come back to that. Thought about grabbing some more food. But once again, I don't know if, I'll have to store some of these perishables in the apartment building below me. Try to destroy this wall. It would be nice. I mean, maybe I can expand out. Right now, I'm like severely panicked. Ah, look at that. Nice. Okay, so that works. Go ahead and knock this out too. Wow. A fully furnished apartment with no doors leading out. Who'd have thunk that? That's where the bathroom was. Let's see if there's anything in here. There's not. Wow. Well, this is nice. All right, so I'm kind of drowsy. Go ahead and pick up maybe pick up this bag. That is not the one. What about this one? Yeah, there we go. Try to do some maintenance. Yeah, this is nice. Maybe I can actually sleep on that couch in there. Once I get my carpentry up to level 2, I can move a bed. I'm hoping. Especially if that room is big enough. If it just causes me slight panic, I can live with that. But we have, yeah, this has been a good run. I mean, when I first got deaf, I was like really concerned. I was like, oh my God. I mean, but I've been really lucky up to this point, even with the unlucky trait. You know, I'm unlucky, claustrophobic, and deaf. And other than claustrophobic, it hasn't really been much of a shit show. I figured that it would be. Now, if you want to watch shit shows, you can always check out my Twitch channel. When I do play Project Zomboid, it seems like I have the worst luck finding anything. It's almost like the game is trying to embarrass me live. I thought about doing some Twitch videos, call it like the Twitch sessions. But unfortunately, I die so often that there's not really a series out of it. It's just me running around for my life. But you know what I found? I found really that Project Zomboid, it gets easier the longer you go. If you can just last like the first 4 or 5 days, if you can find a place and last that long, then you might be okay. And I hope this could be enough food for this survivor. I might try to reload her and see if she will spawn outside. I also I might set up this as my safe house. Because that might be a problem too. Maybe if I set up the entire place as a safe house, I can wean her down. All right, so we got 3 objectives done today. And we've lasted, this is day 7. We're going to move into day 8. I figure the helicopter event should happen maybe next episode, possibly the episode after that, or the episode after that. I figure 4 more days before it makes an appearance, and then we'll have a new problem altogether. But all in all, it's looking good. I mean, what more could I ask for? If I can level up my carpentry, I can build staircase all the way up to the roof and maybe even start farming on the roof. I've never been this careful, you guys. But I've kind of grown attached to Lisa here. She's like the ultimate underdog. Well, I'm done, you guys. I'm done for the day. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for hanging out with me. My name's Drunkonlife. You can call me Drunk for short. We're going to move into day 8 on the next episode. If you haven't subscribed to me and you like watching Let's Plays, this particular Let's Play Project Zomboids, you should subscribe. I try to post a video Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm going to branch out. I'm probably going to branch out to Dawn of Man when that comes out. That's coming out on March 1st. I can't wait. And anyway, thanks for watching, and I will talk to y'all later. See ya.